हेलो फ्रेंड्स, माय नेम इज आवाज दास एंड आज हम लोग आ गए हैं एक नए एपिसोड में एंड टुडे विल बी डिस्कसिंग अबाउट ISO 27001. सो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड.
Like a Hellcat.
क्या ये दिन भर फोन में खेलता रहता है कुछ भी?
Oh no, she is throwing something at me. I don't know. Wait, what? Is that a knife? See, I'm an asset of my family. Well, my family doesn't think the same way, but still I'm an asset. I'm a human asset and they are throwing something at me. So that's a threat. Risk is that I might get hurt because I am an asset, right? For my family, I am an asset. So I might get hurt. But do not worry. I will place a control so that nothing happens. The risk is avoided. So what did I try to show here? There are some components in information security practices. So I'll be writing it down here. So guys, what is vulnerability, asset, threat, risk and control? So vulnerability is any weakness that is present in an asset is known as vulnerability. Asset is anything that has the value to the organization. It might be physical asset, it might be informational asset also. Next is threat. What is threat? Any possible danger is known as threat. In the case of the act, my mom was throwing something at me, so that was a threat. Okay, so any possible danger, okay, that is known as threat. Risk is nothing but the threat that can be exploited. Okay, risk is nothing but the threat that can be exploited. Like in this case, the risk was when my mom was throwing something at me, I might get hurt. Okay, so the asset has the risk from the threat. For remediating that, what we have in place, we have the controls in place. Next is, what is ISMS? Whenever someone asks you what is ISMS, just tell him it is CIA. So what is ISMS? Information Security Management System. And whenever someone asks what is ISMS, just tell them it is CIA. And what is CIA? Confidentiality, integrity and availability. And what is the meaning of confidentiality? That the information is only available to the authorized person or the authorized intender. What is I stands for integrity. So what is integrity? Safeguarding the completeness of the information. Whenever the information is been transferred from A to B, it has to be in the condition, it should not be changed in the middle. So the completeness has to be there when the information is been transferred from one place to another. Now what is A? A means availability. And what does availability means? Ensuring that the information is available whenever it is required. This means if the client wants the information right now, it has to be available to him at that point of time. Okay, that's it. Now come to the next section, that is how do we secure an information asset? If there is an asset that is in the non-tangible form, the information asset, how do we secure that? ISO 27001. What does ISO stands for? ISO stands for International Organization of Standardization. It's not like International Standardization Organization. It stands for International Organization of Standardization. So it's a non-government organization. They have developed standards for like more than 18,000, which covers different sectors altogether. So this is an international standard particularly designed to safeguard and give a robust ISMS policy and preserve the information as it is. Now come to what is inside ISO 27001. So in ISO 27001, there are nearly around 14 control areas. Okay, there are like 14 control areas. I will be telling all the control areas, and these control areas have 114 controls in total. Okay, that are divided into 14 control areas, or we can say it particularly as Annexure A of the standard ISO 27001 Okay, the first one is the A5, that is Information Security Policies. It has two controls. Remember here, A5 information security policy, it has 2 controls. Then A6, organization of information security, it has 7 controls. Then A7, human resource security, it has 6 controls. Then next is A8, asset management, it has 10 controls. And this is very important, asset management A8, always remember A8 means asset management, and it has 10 controls, because this will be asked in any of the information security policy related interviews. Next is A9, it's access control policy, and it has 14 controls here. This is also very important. A9 is access management, where they have like 14 controls. A10, that is cryptography, it has only 2 controls. Then we have physical and environment security, we have 15 controls in them. Next we have is operational security, and we have here 14 controls. Then we have A13, that is communication system. All the controls related to the communication system is there, and we have only 7 controls. And in A14 we have the system maintenance as well as the development controls. Mostly the SDLC policies comes into this category, so we have 13 controls. Next we have A15, that is supplier relationships, and we have here 5 controls. So here basically the risk associated with the third party or the supplier is been assessed, and the controls are put as per the risk criteria. Next we have in A16 information incident management. Then there we have 7 controls, and this is very much self-explanatory. Information security incidents as well as all the tasks related to any of the breach that is happening has to be maintained, and all the controls are to be well placed in the system. Next we have A17, that is information security regarding to BCP, that is business continuity plan. So we have here 4 controls. So these are the controls that are mainly protects the information system, mainly when it comes to BCP or the business continuity management system. The last we have the compliance, that is A18, and we have here 8 controls. So this particular control area will see like what are the types of compliances that has to be adhered by the business, and the necessary controls are being taken for that. So that's it guys about the control areas and the control. But last but not the least is that how a company or how an organization gets this ISO 27001 certification. So if a company believes themselves that all the controls, 114 controls are in place and they have implemented in their company, in their organization, they have to call a different third-party certifying body who will come. So the auditors will come into the organization and they will check all the controls if they're in place or not. And after then only, after auditing, they will give you this certificate of ISO 27001. And if in case if they find any of the discrepancies that the controls are not present or they are not being followed by the employees, then definitely they will come up with NCs. And what is the meaning of NCs? It's non-compliant. It's not good for your organization, by the way. So that's it guys for today. I think you must have learned something from this. And if you like the content, then please subscribe to the channel and like, share and subscribe as much as you can. So that's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.